Hi, welcome to the post-market self-analysis on 12th December 2023. So this is based on the option chain, which I'm doing, so that in a everyday basis, the analysis is done based on option chain. So let's see what happened, how was the day. Okay, on the first take, what we can see is until 9:18 a.m., the values were not getting updated. And generally, it becomes very crucial to also know what has happened in the first 3 minutes of initial market movements. However, given the situation, I need to just find the values based on the data available today, right? That means I missed the first 3 minutes. So let's go to the next thing. Next, what happened? So the first value update happened at 9:18.38 seconds. And as I can see right now, the resistance is at 21,000. Here, both OI and volume both are strong. And when it comes to the support is also strong at 21,000, but this is of the volume because the OI is the WTB, the highest OI is at 2,900, but still it is strong support at 21,000. Now, I need to also keep an eye at 21,050 call side volume as it is 61.66% as of now. And the OI is the WTT at a far away OTM strike price, which is right now not visible in the screen, but still it is kind of a alert. So based on this, at 9:20 a.m., the price was above the EOR value, that extension of resistance value, and hence I decided to wait for another 5 minutes. It's too early, like 9:20 right now. So we will actually I need to wait for another 5 more minutes and see how any data point changes, right? So, and there can be a possibility that since it's above the UR, and if it goes to UR plus one, that will be an ultimate, trade, very safe trade if we get there. So I decided to wait for 5 minutes. And as of now, the situation is that resistance is strong at 21,000 and support is also strong at 21,000. Now, this was a very ideal situation to initiate the P trade. Now the time is 9:25. Still, I consider this as a risky P from extension of resistance as the percentage at 21,050 call was at 63.71%, and also the volume of 21,100 call side was also close to 21,050. If you see the two volumes, that is 1,37,641 at 21,050 call side and 1,30,489 at call side at 21,100. So this kind of, I was not very comfortable to qualify this as the safe because I always wanted to trade in a as much as possible at a safe levels. So I did take a trade here, but it was on a small quantity. Usually, what I do is I take about one third of my quantity wherever I put that into risky category. And if it goes to the safe one, for example, I took a trade here and the price moves to EOR plus one, that is 21,050 diversion, then I would average there and I would, when the price comes down, so I'll have my average making profit and also it will cover the losses which the original quantity with small one which I have taken. So this is how I approach. So based on that, I took a trade here. So I consider this as risky, as I had explained earlier. And usually, one need to be careful when both support resistance or in the same strike price. It means that we are looking at a very, very small range, right? And this small range, if we take, I have observed, my observation is, if we take about 20 point, and it's very easy to achieve 20 points from UOR to UOS, UOS to UOR, and you'll be out of the trade faster by booking the profit. which exactly what I did. It went up to 35 points, whereas the target was 40 points. So I missed the target by 5 points. As you can see, this red candle before that exit, two candles from there. So when the market fall, it went to 145. I'll just show you in the next slide. I mean, you can see here only the option chart. So then it went up to 145 in this green candle, and then it again falls. So I exited at 20 points. So I tried my stop loss to 20 points to the profit, and my stop loss got triggered. So I booked about 20 points here. Now, next, there was no change in the option change. That is the support and resistance, both were strong at 21,000. But the market completely went sideways from 1025 up to about 1230, actually 1245 kind of a thing, right? It completely was in a sideways. However, there was no change in the option chain. In the option chain, both resistance and support were stronger, 21,000 strike price. Now, I had already put a limit order for taking it trade at EOR plus 1, because EOR already have traded. So EOR plus 1, or if it comes to the EOS, extension of support for the CE. So extension of support was there because the price has not come to that level since morning. So I was waiting for that. And I did get that price. And when the price came near the EOS value. So this is the option chain at that point of, this is the data points at that point of time. So the data point was suggesting that there is no problem anywhere, and it's a safe CE trade one can take. And here also, since both were strong at the same strike price, and from the level which I entered about 130 was my entry, and the market went to 151.35 or 153, and my target was 155. So I missed my target at 155. But again, the observation which I said earlier also, I should have booked at 20 points. So this, I'm making a note for myself, saying that support resistance at the same strike price, I would just take 20 points in either whenever I enter, only in this particular condition, not always. Okay. And if there is no weakness anywhere and it's strong at single strike price, so take 20 points and I could be booking. Actually, I could have booked. Yeah, I just missed it. Anyway, that's a part of the game. Now trade number 2, you can see that my entry where it was made, and I have actually indicated in the spot also, that is Nifty spot, as you can see, and also have indicated in the option chart also. So if you see the option chart, just before 2 candles from that exit, that's where it made about 153, whereas 130 was my entry. 130 plus 20, 150 could have been a very, very cakewalk, or target to have. Okay. Anyway, it didn't come up to the EOR, and 230 anyway was a closing time. So when it started coming down at about 2 o'clock, and the time was also not much, so I just put it for the cost and I exited this trade. Now there were 2 trades. So today the total points which practically I was able to get is about 20 points, and EOS to EOR it moved 20 points actually, but then I could not capture because I was waiting for 25 points, so it didn't come for that point level, and then I have to put it for the cost, and I exited. So this is all for the day. And again, I'll come back. I will start recording on the everyday basis, so that I can also learn as I record the mistakes, and this will be a future reference for myself as well. Bye bye.